It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
It's Friday morning, the 14th day of April. This is the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm Bob Rectenwald. This is Scooter.
Whoop whoop.
This is Scooter.
Whoop whoop. Did you hear
Scott Callies.
Did you hear that this time? I'm just making sure I know you got that selective hearing. And at your age, I understand completely, but just
go ahead, bust my chops.
Go ahead.
But however,
well, you tried to bust my chops.
I did have a good time with that.
Oh, I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did. For those who don't remember, Wednesday, yes, he claimed that I did not do the whoop whoop, and was pretty adamant at it, and actually almost had me convinced.
No, I had you convinced, and
but
that was my point.
I went back and listened, and it was there, and I won the argument.
Well, there wasn't any argument. It was, can I get Scooter? And I did.
No. You can't change the whole story now. No.
I'm not changing the whole story, just the front part.
How are you?
It is a Friday, and I'm glad for it.
At least it's not a Monday. You always say it's a Monday, so I'm glad it's a Friday.
I'm glad it's a Friday. Not that that's going to mean anything after work, but it's at least Friday.
I hear you.
Can kind of slow down a little bit and go at your own pace and do whatever you want to do. And you're traveling tonight?
I am. I'm headed over to Harbor High School. We've got weigh-ins for the state freestyle and Greco championships.
There you go.
We got about 5 kids there. We got 5 kids going.
Got 5 kids going. 2 girls? One
girl. Amelia
boys.
Fraunfelter is the only girl going. Then we got 4 boys. Seth King, Mario Alvarez, Mason Schimmel, and Austin Callies.
And you and Robert.
And me and Robert. Roberto is what I call him.
Roberto.
Me and Roberto are going to be coaching.
And it's an all-day event tomorrow?
Yes. Yeah, it starts about 10 o'clock. They've got some weigh-ins in the morning, too, that we're going to weigh in tonight. But we've got some that are going to weigh in the morning, and then I believe it's 10 o'clock start.
Should be good.
Yeah, it should be fun. It's going to be some tough wrestling. It's a little different style. We're doing freestyle. It's what we're doing, and it's a little different style. Couple of our kids are new at it this year, so it's just a way to kind of go out there and try a new style, learn, and start growing on that one.
There you go. Morning Prayer is brought to you by Roller Funeral Home of Arkansas. With all our respect is not just their motto, it's the way they do business. Renata Jenkins Byler and her staff all across the state with 29 locations in Arkansas and 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. They do a great job in your time of need, grief, and they'd be glad to help you any way they can. And now the morning prayer. Lord, we just thank you for the beautiful weather that you've given us and the sunshine and the light breezes that we have. Lord, we just thank you for the growth of the vegetation, the flowers, and the gardens that are starting to pop out of the ground. And Lord, we just thank you for all of that. Lord, we just pray that you will continue to lead, guide, and direct us and keep us safe. Lord, give us the wisdom and knowledge to deal with things that we can have a hand in to control, and give us the patience to deal with the things that we have no control over. And Lord, we just need to know that you are in control and you have your sights focused. Lord, we just pray for our government from the federal level down to the city level. Lord, we just pray for our schools, from the administration and all the students. Lord, the doctors, the nurses, and all the ones that are sick, we just pray that you'll give them health. Lord, we just thank you for what you are and what you mean to us in our lives. And it's in Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Home of Arkansas, with all our respect. Highway 5 North, just past Hospital Drive on the right-hand side of the road. Biggest American flag you've probably ever seen. Pull in there, go see him, go talk to him about pre-planning, mausoleums, funeral services, cemetery plots, and such. Roller Funeral Home. 870-425-2161 is their phone number. Give them a call if you don't know where the nearest roller is to you. They'll be glad to let you know. And now it's time for a quick word from the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zdora of Century 21 LeMac Realty, 870-405-0793, retiredtoarkansas.net. We'll be back just a minute.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine. Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z-Team.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for the weather, the dam reports, and all the weather updates brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zdora, 870-405-0793. RetireToArkansas.net is their website. You go there, click on live views, and this is what you see.
A lot of water.
Lots of water.
Jeez.
Lots and lots of water.
I haven't seen it that high in a while.
That is a beautiful shot from the Marion County side of the White River back into Baxter County side. That's the city of Cotter. Inside of that horseshoe, the Rainbow Bridge is off to your left. Behind it is the old Trellis Bridge for the railroad tracks. Contractor's Trust is off to the right. The baseball, whoa!
It'll come right back.
No.
It resets every now and then.
There you go. And that was it. The baseball field was right there in front of you. Just a great shot. Even though there's a lot of water there, it's still a great shot. We got another shot we go to.
You remember the man-made pier that they built and everything? You can't see that anymore. It's all underwater.
Oh, serious?
It's coming up a lot on the banks and stuff. So
Oh,
let's switch over to the other camera.
So you know that is a live shot. Just look at that water rolling, and it's in the backyards of those folks right there.
Yeah, it's coming up the banks quick.
Yeah, we were down on the river last night, down on the Norfolk side, and it was up, I'm going to say, about 60 feet into a guy's yard. But, you know, down on the Norfolk side, it goes, you just walk right out into the water, and that's just the way it is there. Just a beautiful shot brought to you every day by Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z-Team, Century 21 LeMac Realty, 870-405-0793. And you're looking at RetireToArkansas.net, the live views. You can also go there and check on MLS listings. Click on the MLS listings and see if there's anything that tickles your fancy. If there is, give them a call. Again, their number is 870-405-0793. I'm going to run through some temperatures real quick, as long as I don't sneeze. Mountain Home is 52, Harrison is 51, Batesville is 52, Yellville 47, Marshall 46, Salem is 53, Mountain View 46, Calico Rock 52, West Plains, Missouri 53, Springfield, Missouri 52, Poplar Bluff, Missouri 52, St. Louis, Missouri is 50. Look at that water.
Mm-hmm. Tree coming right out through it.
But you know they're still catching a lot of big fish.
Are they?
Yeah. Yeah, I talked to a buddy of mine yesterday, and he said, oh, yeah, browns are still running. It's okay, then. And that's just a great shot. I don't care how you slice it. It's just a great shot. I'm stalling because I got to refresh this radar.
Yeah, I just can't believe how much water.
Yeah, we're going to let you know how much water here in just a little bit because they've got floodgates and generations going and all kinds of stuff. Here's a look at the radar. Brought to you by the Z-Team. Arkansas is all clear, along with Missouri, Illinois, Oklahoma, Kansas, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi. A little bit of rain in Alabama, but it's going to be out of there probably by mid-noon today. Kentucky is clear as well. Got some heavy storms going on there in South Dakota. Some snow going on around Colorado, but other than that, doesn't look too bad. I hope the rain just stays away for the weekend. That'd be great. Zoom back into the great state of Arkansas, from Rogers to Blytheville, from Fayetteville over to Jonesboro, Fort Smith over to Memphis, Conway to Little Rock, Hot Springs, Pine Bluff, Texarkana over to Greenville, Mississippi. The whole state of Arkansas is looking pretty clear. You should have some good traveling over to northwest Arkansas this afternoon if you're going to the wrestling tournament. Watches and warnings. What we got going on there? Dense fog advisory in the panhandle of Texas. I would say that it's pretty froggy. But what's going to affect us in Arkansas and Missouri is absolutely clear. Panhandle of Oklahoma's got the same dense fog. Louisiana's clear except for a little bit down along the Gulf Coast. Mississippi, Alabama's clear. Tennessee, Kentucky looking pretty good. Illinois is all clear. It's amazing how that weather knows exactly where to stop at those state lines. Never have figured that out. 7-day forecast looks like this. Today it's going to be sunny, high of 79, increasing clouds tonight, low of 60, slight chance of thunderstorms, then showers likely. Tomorrow, high near 80. Tomorrow night, showers likely, low of 45. Sunday, partly sunny and windy, high of 57. Whew.
What a change.
23-degree temperature drop.
Yeah.
Not nice. Mostly clear and breezy, then clear. 43 degrees for the low on Sunday night. Monday's going to be sunny, high only 69. Monday night, low near 47. Then Tuesday, mostly sunny, high near 77. Looking to next week a little bit. Wednesday is going to be sunny, high near 77. And next Thursday is going to be partly sunny, high near 78. So Saturday night and Sunday is going to be a little bit different, but we'll get by. It is the pollen report you've added, eh?
There you go. You asked for it.
Tree pollen today high, tomorrow high, Sunday high. Grass pollen high today, moderate tomorrow, moderate on Sunday. Ragweed, none today, none tomorrow, none on Sunday. Woohoo, boy. Lake levels and dam reports. Lake Norfolk, 562.10, which is 10.10, which is 10.0.
Look how fast it's dropping, though.
It is dropping.
They're running some water.
They are currently generating 1 at Norfolk with 9 spillway gates open. Lake Bull Shoals, 671.80, which is 12.80 above full pool of 659. They're currently generating 4 with 17 spillway gates open. How about that? That's the lake levels and dam reports brought to you by Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z-Team. Century 21 LeMac Realty, 870-405-0793 is their phone number. Retiredtoarkansas.net is their website. Go there and check them out. These are realtors you can recommend to your friends. You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be back with community news and happenings in just a moment.
Hi, Brett, Fritz, and Paisley here at Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road. We sell Ferris zero-turn mowers that have patented coil spring suspension. Mower Warehouse has the largest selection of Ferris zero-turn mowers in stock. 0% financing available. We buy, sell, trade new and used mowers. Mower Warehouse also services all brands of mowers. We offer free delivery. Come see us for all your mower needs. That's Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road in Mountain Home, where your business is appreciated.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for community news and happenings brought to you by Mower Warehouse of Mountain Home, Buzzard Roost Cutoff Road and Highway 178 just before the bypass. If you're coming from town on 178, look on your right-hand side. Look up in the air. You'll see a flying riding lawnmower.
There is.
A flying zero-turn.
There's quite a few. There's like 3 of them up in there.
I know it.
One's like an older one of them gray old styles.
Yeah.
That's sitting up there. It's pretty cool.
Pretty neat. Mower Warehouse, they've got all kinds of stuff for your mowing needs. They'll repair about anything that you can buy. They can fix it. They also do generators, and they've got parts that a lot of people don't carry in town. Before you order it online, I'm going to sneeze, Scooter.
They're your one-stop shop. Just go by and take a look at the warehouse. They got mowers everywhere, inside, outside. They got parts on the walls. They've got anything you need. The one-stop shop.
Before I was going to sneeze, I was going to say, before you go ordering it online and have to wait 2 or 3 days for it, give them a check to see if they've got it at Mower Warehouse. And now it's time for community news and happenings. On April the 18th, on Tuesday at 5:30, Baxter County Fairgrounds, Friends of the NRA 2023, The Future of Freedom. It is their annual fundraising banquet. If you're looking for a ticket, and if you're going to get a ticket, I'd say you probably ought to get it pretty quick, because this thing is Tuesday night, and I don't know, it may be hard to get a ticket now. But if you want to see if there's any tickets available, give Dan Hall a call at 870-421-2322. Joanna Baxter a call at 870-424-3535. Or Bo Trammell a call at 870-402-9002. It's Tuesday night, April 18th at 5:30. Coming up is the annual Night with Your Night. It's the 7th annual Night with Your Night. a mother and son dinner event. Tickets are $30 for the regular ticket. VIP is $35. It's Friday, the 21st of April. 2 groups will go through that, 3 through 9 from 5:30 to 7:30, and 10 and up will be from 8 to 10. That's at ASU Mountain Home. It's the Shed. If you want more information on Night with Your Night, check it out at mountainhomechristianacademy.com or give them a call at 870-424-6622. The 10th annual Father-Daughter Ball will be on Saturday, April the 22nd, $25 per ticket for that. The VIP is $30. 3 age groups for that, 3 through 7 from 2 to 3:30, 8 through 11 from 4:30 to 6, and 12 and up from 7 to 8:30. More information, go to mountainhomechristianacademy.com or give them a call at 870-424-6622. The call, the encounter. The call encounter, Find Your Purpose, Foster the Promise, April 21st at 6 o'clock at the Elms Barn in Flippin. You can go on their Facebook page for more information on that because they didn't really give us contact. There's a contact number on the back of this. It's Kara Hurley at 479-226-1366. The call encounter, April 21st at 6 o'clock, Elms Barn in Flippin. Hiram Shattuck's Health and Rehab, Medicaid Awareness. That is April the 28th from 11 to 2 at 1100 Pine Tree Lane, Mountain Home. Questions and answers will start at 12:30 with Arkansas Asset Protection Group. Lunch and beverages will be provided. You can give Jennifer Begley a call at 870-404-2444 or Jordan Stevenson a call at 870-706-1797. And that will just wrap it up right there, Scooter.
All right.
Community news and happenings brought to you by Moore Warehouse of Mountain Home, Arkansas, Buzzard Roost Cutoff Road, and Highway 178. You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be back with This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora in just a moment.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
All you've ever wanted was a place to write your story. You hear it's not the right time to buy or sell a house, but really, the best time is when it's right for you. The real estate markets, they change, they go up, they go down. One thing that doesn't change is where you want to be in your life. The professionals you team up with will make your story happen. The Z-Team are the professionals you need to hire for your next chapter. So call the Z-Team at 870-405-0793, Century 21 LeMac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, retiredtoarkansas.net.
Welcome back to The Morning Show on XL7-TV. It's time for This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora.
Yes, sir.
How are you, sir?
I'm great. Great. Weather's good. It's an actual spring. That's a good thing. It's this stuff of going from like winter to summer in a week is not a good
And I'm just glad the rains have held off for a while.
Yeah, guys can get caught up with the grass and
Get
stuff.
started.
Well,
I haven't started a whole lot.
No?
No. It's this week. The rest of this weekend is going to be habeas corpus.
We should go kind of slow anyway.
I am that. Yes, I am that. Hey, we want to talk to you this morning about what it means to be a realtor in Mountain Home.
Well, being a realtor here in God's country is different than, I didn't know anything about real estate before we came here. Linda was here. In fact, it'll be 20 years, middle of October, did she move down here. And when I got here, I didn't know anything about real estate. She had started to do something else when she came down. That wasn't going to work out. She says, I'm going to get my real estate license. And I told her, I says, honey, you're 552 miles away, which is how far it was door to door. I said, you're 552 miles away. I said, do what you got, whatever you want to do. So she did. She went to school, got a license. Wayne Camp was still holding classes then. And the value of going to school and not getting your license through this, there's no comparison. So she got her license. She started over at Mountain Home of real estate. I got down here at the end of the sports season because I told the Wertzers that I'd stay until we were done. And so got everything done, got all my jobs spread out to everybody. Got down here, started doing projects, and she says, you've got to find something to do. She says, why don't you get your license and maybe, we'll see what we can do. Okay. Studied, got my license. So I'm about a year behind her. We started off, we didn't know anybody here. I mean, it turns out that I did know 2 people here, but that was it. And we had, I started making the rounds at the chamber events and any kind of place I could go and put my hand out in front of people. That was what we started to do. And we got a couple listings, and they went well. And then word of mouth is, priceless. And that was really, people said, oh, they're new, but they're enthusiastic, and they did all the things they were supposed to do. And we went from there. I mean, we got our broker's licenses through and we ended up over at Century 21. And that was the best thing that could happen to us. The brand name and the support that Jewel has, and the office, the whole feeling over there we're very comfortable over there, and we've helped a lot of people, and it grew every year.
Off the top of your head, do you have any idea how many numbers there are as far as realtors in the MLS for this area?
Probably about 210, I think, right now. It had been a little higher. There's some that didn't renew their license in January. Just realized that it's not really for them. It's it's a little more to it than watching a couple episodes of HGTV and pick one of these 3 houses. For a while, the market was like that, and then the market isn't like that now. And both the number of homes that are available and the price points and what people can afford because of the interest rates, it's a little more complicated than they realize. Being on top of the inspections, being on top of the appraisals, making sure that the loans, where the paperwork is with that the closing company knows what's going on. There's a lot of moving parts to all of this, and we're blessed being here. Go back to the initial, because the realtors here, nobody's here is cutting anybody's throat. Everybody gets along. There may be little conflicts here and there, but you talk to people that are out like in Fayetteville and out in that area out there, man, don't sleep. You better sleep with one eye open because they're out trying to get what's yours. And we really don't have that here. You know who you can work with well all the time. Who there might be some issues with it. You got to make sure that you keep the ball moving, and that's a big part of it. But we had a great event. North Central Board of Realtors had their awards banquet. I'll call it banquet for lack of a better term. It wraps on Monday night, and we thanks to Chris Nassari who picked up the bar tab, and Arvis Bank. I think Arvis Bank picked up the food, and if I'm wrong, I apologize. It may have been Staff. I missed that part because there was noise going on when they were announcing that. But we had I don't know, we probably had 75 realtors there who were awarded different awards for production.
Different levels of
which
excellence.
Yeah. And, everybody shakes everybody's hands. Everybody congratulates everybody. You're happy for the guys and girls that do well, and you try to bring some of the kids up. And they're all kids to me, but they're, to bring the kids up, the new guys up. Because there were a lot of people there. I didn't know half the people there. I've been doing this for a while. And that's why I told Jewel, I says, I think I'm getting old. Because we used to have what they had, the tour. We would take the tour. There were like 7 tours that you would go on. And you would go to the MLS office. You'd have a little meeting. You'd caravan from house to house and see the homes that were available, But the great thing with those were you met the other agents. You met the agents from other companies. You found out what was going on over there. You shared with them things that I had this guy and he did this, or and you laugh and chuckle. And you would see the houses. That was a great concept that we had.
Mm-hmm.
Some think that it's easier to do it this way than that way. I didn't agree with that, but that's,
Right.
I was one of the tour guides, and it was my time going out and running the routes for the houses, seeing how they looked, and okay, we got to make sure that when you're parking here, if you get 8 cars in the caravan, you got to have room, and logistical things like that.
One thing that sets you apart from a lot of the other realtors and the real estate agents in this area is your community involvement. And I want to publicly say thank you for being the sole sponsor this year for the remaining Lady Bomber softball games that are on XL7 and XL7 Sports on Facebook and YouTube. We appreciate you doing that.
Thank you.
But that's not where it stops. You've been involved in supporting advertising through football with us and basketball with us. And to me, that's a big deal. But you're also involved in the chamber, you're involved in the Republican Club, you're involved in the different community events and things that go on. How much does that involvement have to do with your love of selling real estate?
Well, it allows us, because of the real estate, that's what allows us to get involved in the things we get involved in. The Twin Lakes Retired Police Scholarship Foundation, there's a litany of things that we are involved in. And it's mostly because of that. If we were working in a shop someplace, I don't know that would be there for us. Mm-hmm. Doing the TV, doing the radio, being able to do this, and getting the message of real estate out to people every week. That's a big part of my mission, and has been.
Mm-hmm.
We want good, well-informed people making good, intelligent decisions about a life-changing procedure. So the real estate has helped us in ways that we never dreamt. We say our grace on Sundays when we're sitting up there overlooking the river, and we get together for dinner and like for Easter, and that's like what we start with. For us being here and the things that we've been able to do because we're here has been just godsend.
Mm-hmm.
It really has been.
We probably ought to look at some numbers.
We could do that. And it even stayed up. Look at that. This week in real estate, there were 44 new listings came on the market, 6 commercial properties, 20 parcels of land, 18 homes came on the market. They ranged in price from $65,000 to $1 million. 4 of those 18 are taken back up. So the market's still busy. Stuff that's properly priced and properly ready to go, prepared, will still go. And price points got a lot to do with it, because people will come in, they've sold their house someplace else. There's still people living in RVs that are looking for a home.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's not a lot of homes coming on the market. There were 26 sales, 9 parcels of land, 17 homes sold. They ranged in price from $32,000 to $540,000. The average sale price this week was $180,000 with 90 days on market. So we did about $3 million in residential real estate closed this past week. 27 properties expired, 13 had price changes, and there's still 83 waiting to close. Currently, we're at 207 homes, which is the same as we had last week. Year to date, for 2023, there's been 230 homes have sold for $50 million. The average sale price of $218,000 with 93 days on market. Last year, there had been 313 homes that sold for $69 million. So that's 83 more homes sold last year than this year. The market was still busy at the beginning of the year last year, and this year we're slowing down faster than we did last year, and that's really got a lot to do with it. Not as many homes being on the market to sell. The prices, people coming in are not buyers, and it's a nationwide thing. I mean, they're not willing to spend as much money. They're not coming in. You're not putting a house up and getting 6 offers on it, some of them with no inspections and things like that. You're not seeing that because they don't have to. And with the interest rates, it's pushed the prices up. So when you were getting that higher, when we went up 20%, now with the interest rates up, it eats up a lot of that 20%. I mean, the numbers where you say, well, it only went up 3%, but 3% of a mortgage is a lot more money than the price going up 20%. And that's really is trying to find that balance now of getting the prices where they need to be to compensate for the interest rates. And that's what the G wanted to do. It's what the G got. And we're seeing people not moving around just to move around as much. We're seeing people that life goes on, moves, as I call them, where there's been a death in the family, there's a sickness, there's a grandchild that's born, there's a wedding, a new baby. Life events where you go, okay, well, we got to get out of this rental. We need to have a home when it's time for us to make our mark on the world. And that's the way you make your mark on the world. You're not in a rental. You make it by owning a home, and you start to build that equity. You start to build that pride of ownership. And what makes you stand out from your peers that has a lot to do with that. And that self-satisfaction of, this is mine. You go home at night, put your feet up on the table and say, yeah, this is ours. Go out on the porch, have a beer. Life is good.
What sets the Z team apart from its peers? The presidential awards,
I think that,
the double diamonds, the diamonds, the this, the that.
Yeah, I think that the customer service that we provide, there's agents that have sold more properties than us this year, 4 Century 21, but didn't have the customer service and they got Pinnacle Awards, but they didn't get the President's Award, which is the highest award of the two. And then because that is a combination of sales, but it's that service, it's that people get from you and they respond to, and that's part of it too, that they take the time to sit down and write a review. If you go on the website, if you go on retiredarkansas.net, there's 400 reviews, 5-star reviews on there. And that's a pretty big deal, and people respond. And then the word of mouth, we come out, we do this, we advertise, we ask for your business, but the word of mouth and people saying, well, I know that guy, I know that girl, I know these people that they've done a good job, they sold the house down the street.
Which brings me back to where we started. You're involved in the community. You have community involvement in different clubs and different groups and different fraternals and this or that. People know you because they've seen you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got to get out. I used to tell my coppers, get out and show them the flag. Let them know that you're out here. And it's the same thing, by going to the chamber meetings, going to all the different events that we can go to. It's people coming, oh, hi, how you been? Yeah. Or I see you on TV. I hear you on the radio. I go to the gun show. I was at the gun show 2 weeks ago and had a booth set up. And I'm not going to sell anything there. I know that. But it's to get and say hi to people. It's a matter of being able to let people know that you're a good, right-thinking guy. And that can make a big difference. I've sat at a table and the guy says, I know you're from somewhere. We started a chat and it was a gun show. And okay, fine. Call that other guy and tell him not to come. He tells his wife. Thank you.
That's what it's about.
Yeah. Because they know me. They know that I'm a straight shooter, and I think that makes a big difference.
This has been This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora. The Z Team, Century 21 LeMac Realty, Bob and Linda Zdora. Give them a phone call at 870-405-0793 is their number.
Yes, sir.
RetiredArkansas.net is their website. Go there, click on MLS listings. I always like to say, and I do it every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, go check out the live views. They present them every morning.
Yep.
Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z Team. Give them a call. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with Friday Sports in just a moment.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
A higher calling for your taste buds.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home at Letty's.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's Friday Sports. Coach Greg Crow from Mountain Home Bomber Baseball is with us this morning. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
So you got your baseball hat on now.
Yes, yeah.
And your football hat on this evening.
Well, I'm not going, but I'll.
You're not going?
They are playing, yes.
No? Okay.
I got my dad hat on tonight, so.
Get your girls this weekend?
Yes, I got to take them out to go eat. They're pretty much demanding that of me tonight, so.
Well, don't you have one that normally cooks for you?
I do. Her nickname's Maestro, but she informed me she's not cooking tonight, so.
So therefore it's a trip to the restaurant.
We're going, it's Mexican food, I'm sure.
There you go.
You know.
What's her Mexican place of choice? Well, we got feedback.
Well, the bad part about it is I have to eat Mexican food with them in Bellefonte, so nothing's good over there. You know, I just kind of got to go do my part as a dad. It's not that I want to go eat, but you know.
Yeah.
So, but I can't give any good credit to any place in Bellefonte.
In Bellefonte.
Yeah, I don't want to give them any publicity at all.
Okay. Let's talk about your baseball team. How's it been going this season?
We're 12-4. You know, we started off really well, and we kind of hit a lull. But I mean, honestly, the kids are doing a really good job. Our pitching's been phenomenal. Jacob Chinkowski, Reese Stucker, our conference guys, and they've been minus one game in conference. I mean, they have been just rock solid. And, you know, our outfield, I mean, I was telling Coach Stevens last night, we've got Jed Hannaford and Ryder McLean, and we play Lincoln Cherry plays some right, and Brady Lance plays some outfield. And it's probably, in my 20 years coaching baseball, I'm not going to say they're the best, but, I mean, they're probably in the top 3 outfields I've ever had. And then I think the encouraging thing about all that is it's like we're probably 9 deep out there with kids that are really, really good at going and getting baseball. And, you know, I mean, outfield depth is not a problem for us at all. I mean, I watched the live stream when I got home last night from Farmington at Bomber Sports Network. I mean, it's amazing the ground they cover, and so that they're doing a phenomenal job. I mean, I don't know how many diving catches we've had out there this year, but I mean, they make hard plays look routine, and just doing a great job. Infield wise, we kind of started struggling at Batesville a couple weeks ago, and I mean, baseball is just a funny game, and I mean, it kind of like all goes in cycles, and like we would not commit like in one error an inning, and then one error in 2 innings. Like we would commit them all in 1 inning. It was almost like it was a cool thing to do, make an error. They made it some. But anyway, we seem to have gotten past that, which is good. Played really solid defense all week, and I mean, Cody Lance behind the plate for us he's just a brick wall back there, and we've kind of hit a little low offensively, struggled with our bunt game stuff, but it's like I told kids. I mean, it's not a beauty pageant, and I mean, if we're getting style points, then we're not going to win anyway. So I mean, but we're 6-2 in the league, and we're in a really good place to hopefully try to get in state playoffs, and I'm excited about it going forward.
Who are you 2 losses to in the conference?
We lost to Van Buren, and it's just kind of a messed up game. They had a really good arm, and then we lost 3-2 to Russell the other night in a game that we led for the most part the entire game. But I mean, we've been right there, and we were right. We could have won both those games.
So you split with Russellville and you split with Van Buren.
Yeah, we got the tiebreaker against Russellville, and then we split the tiebreaker against Van Buren. So it'll go down to head-to-head. Would go down to runs in that deal, and I think we'll be okay when it comes down to that.
So currently the standings in the 5A West, Greenwood is 8-0. Greenbrier is 8-0. They apparently have not played each other, of course.
Yeah, they played last week, I think.
And then Mountain Home is 6-2. Alma is 4-4. Van Buren is 3-5. Russellville is 2-6. Harrison is 1-7, and Siloam Springs is 0-8.
Yes.
Your next matchup will be Greenwood
at Greenwood.
Yes. At Greenwood next week.
Yes.
And
I've seen them play. I got a chance to go watch them when they played at Harrison, and I mean they're really good. I mean it's just they're solid 1 through 7. Their lineup. I mean they're not even not solid bottom. They run well. I mean typical Greenwood team. They got really good pitching. It's one of those deals where we just got to go play well. And I mean, if we'll go do what we do and do it well, we got a chance of beating anybody we play. If we don't do what we do well, then I mean, it is what it is. It's gonna be really tough to win. But they don't give away state championships in March, and they don't give away them in April. You got to be hot in May, and that's, I mean, 9 times out of 10, the team that's hot in May gets it done. So we're not to May yet, so we still got time.
Still got some time.
Absolutely.
What's the facilities like in Greenwood?
I haven't been there in a few years. They're always pretty good. I mean, it's a dirt field, which is a concern for me right now. I never thought I would say that, but we'll get that fixed this weekend. But normally, I mean, the last few times I've been there, the infield is normally slow, and the grass is higher, which I like that. So it really helps your bunt game a lot if you can do it. So we'll keep our fingers crossed there.
Lay it down and let it rip.
Absolutely.
How's your speed on your team?
We run well, and it's like I told Coach Stevens. I mean, like we don't have it. Like our outfield, like they're just long. Like we're really long. Like it's like in basketball they talk about wingspan and length. As far as like from a defensive perspective, but like we are that on defense in baseball. Like we're just long, and I mean we just eat up ground, and I mean we can run the bases when we can get our feet moving. We can steal bases when we're in the right scenarios. But I mean I think we've stolen like 84. I think I've got us at 84 or something, which is not bad. It could be better, but I mean something that I'm definitely not discouraged with it.
There you go. The coaching staff that you have, is it new, or have you had the same?
I got Coach Taylor, which I was having junior high football, and I'm mad at him right now because he's in charge of getting us on time, and I'm throwing him completely under the bus because I told him I was going to do it because he throws me under the bus for everything. But it was his fault we were late yesterday, and I want everybody to know that. I can't cut him any slack, but I have him and then Coach Cudworth and Coach Stevens. And Coach Cudworth's doing a really, really good job with our outfielders. I mean, really good job. And, it's a really good mix. I enjoy working with those guys.
It's a good deal. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching the morning show on XL7-TV. It's Friday Morning Sports with Coach Greg Crow from Mountain Home Baseball. Be back in just a moment.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we're here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
The 10th annual Night with Your Knight and Father-Daughter Ball will be coming up April 21st and 22nd each night at the Shed in Mountain Home. Dads and daughters or mothers and sons date night, filled with dancing, dessert, a keepsake gift, and a limo ride. Don't miss an opportunity to make some memories. Tickets on sale now at mountainhomechristianacademy.com. That's the 10th annual Night with Your Knight and Father-Daughter Ball on April 21st and 22nd at the Shed in Mountain Home. Don't miss it.
You know, Harry, I think you were right. I hate to say it.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, I think it is finally time for us to move out of this place. Someplace closer to the churches, doctors, someplace you don't have to mow a huge yard. It's time we downsize.
No, I've seen that hottest hotshot agent guy. He's got himself a bunch of listings.
Well, I talked to Grace, and she had some wonderful things to say about the Z team.
Oh yeah, we've heard them on the radio. You know, I checked out the website at retiredarkansas.net the other day. Didn't really look like they had a lot of listings.
They don't have a lot of listings because they sell them.
Well, maybe it's time for us to call the Z team. You know, Marge, I think maybe this time you were right.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
Call the Z team, Century 21 LeMac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East Mountain Home. 870-405-0793.
Hi, Brett, Fritz, and Paisley here at Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road. We sell Ferris zero-turn mowers that have patented coil spring suspension. Mower Warehouse has the largest selection of Ferris zero-turn mowers in stock. 0% financing available. We buy, sell, trade new and used mowers. Mower Warehouse also services all brands of mowers. We offer free delivery. Come see us for all your mower needs. That's Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road in Mountain Home, where your business is appreciated.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's Friday Morning Sports. Coach Greg Crow is with us. He's Mountain Home Bomber baseball coach. Coach, how's your team made this year? You got a bunch of seniors, or?
Oh, we got 6 seniors. We got Cody Lance, Daniel Jones, Reese Stucker, Jacob Chinkowski, Dylan Drury, and Mason Walker. And those guys are doing a really good job. I've been really proud of Reese. He's our Game 2 starter in conference, and I mean, he's just been a bulldog for us right there. And we've had a couple instances where other teams kind of saved their best pitcher for our Game 2 guy, and he's beat them both times. So, he threw a 9-hit shutout the other night. And I'm not being derogatory saying 9 hits. I mean, Russ did a great job. But he was under duress a lot of the night, and he just literally just doesn't give in. And he just keeps making pitches and competes, and it's been really good to see. And Mason Walker, he started off really struggling. I mean, right up until about spring break, and I don't know that he's made an out in two weeks. I mean, good grief, he's just carrying us. And I really do appreciate Coach McCarty pitching to him the other night in the 6th inning with a runner at third and 2 outs because he won us the game, And Jacob Chinkowski's done a good job for us on the mound. I think he's had 1 outing he'd like to have back, but other than that, he's been really, really solid. And like I said, Cody Lance, he's as good a defensive catcher as I've ever had. Dylan Drury is just a great kid, great leader, probably the best base runner we have. Daniel Jones does a really good job for us, So those kids have done a really good job, and they're fun to be around. And it's like, we need to be better. There's no question, but those kids done a really good job.
What about your junior class?
I'm gonna tell you, Maddox Carney is, man. I mean, he's been great for us on the mound, and he threw 4 yesterday in about 65 pitches, and he works quick, and he's kind of our midweek starter. And Jet Hannaford, and I've been really proud of Jet. I think the most I've been proud of Jet is just his maturity from last year to this year is just night and day on how serious he takes it and how hard he works. And I mean, he's a phenomenal outfielder. I know most people, say, you put your absolute best outfielder in center field. And I've always put my guy that I think gets the best breaks in left field. And I mean, he just makes play after play after play for us out there. And Brady Lance is in that class, and he's kind of our 4th outfielder, kind of our 10th or 11th guy, and we can plug him in out there at any point. And I've been really pleased with those guys all the way around.
Sophomore class, young, experienced?
We are. I'm going to tell you, Lincoln Cherry has done, he got hurt last year about spring break. I think he was out practicing with his dad and dove for a ball and broke his wrist. But he's done just, swinging it well. He had 4 RBIs yesterday, and we got him hitting leadoff right now. And he's a tough out every time he comes up, gives you a great at-bat. He plays second base. We shift in the outfield, and, what's really weird is, we could play him in the outfield full time, and we don't, which is not where he'll play, down the road. But he can go and get it too. And, and missing last year as much as he missed once he got hurt kind of slowed him down just a little bit on some mental stuff, and we've gotten past all that. And he's been as big a factor for us offensively as Mason has. And Ryder does a great job in center field for us. In fact, they hit a ball the last out of the game last night. They had a kid that's going to Three Rivers Junior College, and he absolutely just smokes one in the gap. And I'm like, crap, we're going to have to dig out of this. And I look up, and Ryder just catches it routinely. In fact, the kid smoked it so bad, the kid didn't even attempt to tag up. Everybody in the yard thought the ball was off the wall, and Ryder was literally camped under it just like that. And, so he does a really good job. And he struggled offensively a little bit for the last couple of weeks, but I think he's coming out of it. He's pieced together 4 hits in the last 2 games, which is really good. And he's a smart baseball player. And Ian Ellison's been kind of our closer. Reed Ellison, you remember him, mm-hmm. His brother. And, he's been really good for us in that spot. And we got a bunch of other sophomores that I think are really close. Nate Henderson's done a really good job for us, middle relief. And he smoked a double last night in JV game. And he's a lot closer offensively than I think he thinks I know, So I've just been really proud of those guys. Finley Chafin has played third base for us and shortstop. And I'm going to tell you, Bob, he's as gifted a defensive player I've ever coached. And if I can ever get, and I'm not sure how to do it yet, but if I can ever get what he does in practice to the game, our ticket sales will go up. Because if people start hearing about the way he plays and is capable of playing, if we can get it there, we'll need to put in bleachers, because he would be absolutely box office. We just haven't quite translated that to it yet. It's not that he's not trying. Great kid, and Dawson Dunlap pitches for us right there, does a really good job. And, I don't think we're fixing to fall off the map anytime soon. From a talent standpoint.
The junior high does no longer have a team of their own, correct? They're playing with.
Yeah, I keep them all together, and I do that. I like to have all my kids practice. It's just I like them there. I like them learning. I like our young kids. Being able to during batting practice run bases with older kids. I like them to be able to catch fly balls that older kids are hitting, and kind of pushes them to that level. And then honestly, it keeps all your coaches, it allows you to work on more things in practice. But it's hard to find games,
and it lets them understand what the expectations will
absolutely be. Anytime you put a ninth grader in a base running group, and in BP with Dylan Drury, they have to change their speed, because he's going to work as hard as he can work. And not to mention, it allows your older kids to help coach your younger kids.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing Kirk Bach always told me. And anybody that knows anything about Kirk Bach, I mean, he's the best baseball coach that's ever walked in the state of Arkansas. And I don't care what anybody says. And he says, you don't have a program until your older kids teach your younger kids. And that's about as accurate as anything, best advice I've ever gotten. And our older kids do a really good job with that, so definitely being my second year, proud of that.
Do you have a true JV schedule that you play?
We play JV doubleheaders, and I try to focus on the ninth graders with that. And I know it. I have a chart that I have that's basically a 3-year, and it's a 3-year chart. And I kind of go in there and I put where I think everything fits next year, and I think it fits next year, and obviously it's subject to change and where it fits next year. So I try to look 2 to 3 years down the road to where it may not look the way it should look now, but I think this kid fits here down the road instead of where maybe he plays where he's played growing up, and that way we're not practicing kids at places that I don't think we're not wasting time. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Got one more baseball question for you. What is the allowed pitch count for high school?
You can throw 110. You can throw 110, and you can go over 110 if you're in the middle of a hitter, but you can't throw a pitch over 110.
And then after that, they have to lay out a game, or they?
Well, it depends
because
on
your schedule.
It depends on how many pitches you throw, and then how many days rest you got to have. So, like our conference starters, I don't care how many they throw. I'm not throwing them again in the next conference game. Like we don't throw bullpens and throw them midweek, and let them get an inning or two. I mean, we basically just put all our emphasis on that, which is why your midweek guys and a guy like Maddox Carney is so valuable to you, because he has to start non-conference games for us, but at the same time, he has to be ready to throw in conference games and middle relief if we need him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's why a guy like Ian Ellison, so like I've told Ian, like you have to be available every time we throw, every time we play, because that needs to be your mindset. I'm pitching every game, and we never allow his pitch count to get high enough to where he's not available. So, and it's good to have that, seeing your back pocket when you go forward. And we have ninth grade, we got Drew Haney's a left-hander for us that he'll start next Saturday, and he started against Bates the other day, and he didn't get through the second, but I thought he threw well. I mean, I didn't. I'm not going to get into some umpire issues that we have sometimes, but I don't think his performance was. I think it was better than what the outcome was. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I've been really pleased with him. And I'm excited about everything going forward. And I think we have a chance this year, Bob. I do. I think if you can get in the tournament and you've got your number one guy on the mound and you can get through the first round and everybody's one's going to be pretty good at this level. I mean, it's the toughest. 5A baseball has got to be the toughest classification in any sport to win. I mean, it's insanely good. I mean, you're going to deal. But if you get out of the first round, you got a shot. And if you're playing good defense and you're clicking at the right time, I think we can beat anybody on any given day, and I think we can lose to anybody on any given day.
Where's the state tournament going to be played?
It's going to be played in Marion. It's going to be on turf, which is good because I don't want to play anywhere that's got dirt. I never thought I'd be almost 50 years old and scared of dirt, but.
The old saying of dirt don't hurt doesn't apply to
Well,
me.
I always, I used to gripe all the time about I wanted turf because, in Harrison, like you can't even drag your own infield over there. It's like they want you to lose, but and I was always envious of Mountain Home because they had turf, and I love the turf, but I never thought that I would struggle to play on dirt when I went to it, and it's just something about coaching it that you never thought the game would get to, that you get so accustomed to playing one way that we're going to have to kind of tailor our practices to, okay, we're going to be playing on dirt next week. We got to go practice on dirt. So,
And that's what you got playing. It's time for us to go. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Appreciate it.
You've been watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll see you next week.